Good morning. Oh, let's get this right. Leaders supposed to be on the left, aren't they, Ben? Yeah. Joints here and that. Good morning and welcome to Tantrum Gold, a home of classic games and Spurs nostalgia. We always like to look back at times where good and we had proper men playing for us, proper players, proper football. We won trophies. You know, things like trophies, Mr. Levy. Trophies. We used to win things. Do you remember that? No.
Yeah.
Anyway, morning, Ben. How are you, mate?
I wouldn't say I remember winning trophies because I've been growing up in the Levy era. So I can remember 98 and I can remember 2008, as long as it begins with 8. So, yeah, we're doing all right this morning. We're at the coffee shop drinking coffee, and hopefully it's not too miserable this morning.
We'll go for a few of the comments. Then I'm going to chuck on a classic game. Spurs taking on Wolves from back in 1982. It was at the launch of the new West Stand, which at that point was state of the art. It really was. It was really futuristic compared to anything else you'd see in the league at that point. Wolves at that point were a pretty rubbish side on the brink of going down, and we're FA Cup winners, reigning FA Cup winners, looking to win another FA Cup this season as well. But we were playing rather well back then. So we'll get that on in a moment. First, we'll deal with a few of the comments. Moondog, very good morning, guys. Morning, Moondog. Good of you to join us again. Philip Brady, good morning, gents. Morning, mate. Good of you to join us too. And Atavakron Wembley 1. Morning, guys. TGIF. Obviously, not that I'm not happy that Arsenal won last night, but it might help us on Sunday with Wolves being on a downer and having less than 72 hours between games. Am I clutching at straws? It's going to be a tough game. They're difficult to beat, that's for sure. I think Wolves have only Manchester City have a better defensive record. On the other hand, only Norwich and who's the other one who's bottom at the moment? There's only a couple of teams that scored less than Wolves anyway, if I remember rightly. Norwich is one of them. Who's the other? Oh, Burnley. So not many goals in a Wolves game, basically. So I'm going for 5-0 win for us, easy. They'll be begging for mercy. Ellie, morning, Ellie. Let's all cheer for the TT Gold lads. You're the best. Thank you, Ellie. Great of you. Great to see you on the channel as always. One of the best sort of supporters of all the Spurs channels around. Total maniac when it comes to backing the team and the channels. That's our Ellie. Carterman saying morning all. Morning, mate. Good of you to join us too. Ato Akram backing it up saying seems that Skippy won't be fit, but maybe Dyer. That would be a lift. Yeah, it would. The way the defense played in the last game, bloody hell, yeah.
Anything to get Sanchez out the team.
Yeah, indeed. What have we got here? Oh, let's just get rid of somebody in a minute. Right. Philip Brady saying 2 home defeats on the bounce for Wolves and they didn't score in either. Good time to play them too, I'd say. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. They are difficult to break down, and we have struggled at times this season, getting past somebody that's defending very deep and within numbers.
At least I don't have to try all right on us.
Yeah. Right. Let's get on to Akron again. I think Levy wants us to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, he does. Well, if that money gets reinvested into the club, yeah, I'm all for it. Why not?
I mean, I think Tottenham. I don't even think that is a joke. I think Tottenham will win the Super Bowl before they win an actual football trophy because we care more about not NFL than we do about actual football. So I can see. I've heard inklings of it that they want a London franchise at Tottenham Hotspur, and we will win the Super Bowl before we win a football trophy, which is a deep shame.
Could see that. Yeah, it's not our club's home ground anymore. We are just tenants, like there's been said before. If it really feels like that, it's just a venue for multi-sporting events. We don't matter as much as we used to. Sad, but that's a sign of the times, I think. Ian saying my eyes have seen the glory. Yes, you're one of us, mate. That's have actually lived through those times when we did win things. So miss it, don't we? Chris Agomba, morning all. And he said, still in my pajamas, no need to get dressed. I'll be back.
Yep.
Fair enough, mate. Ian saying another game I was at. Oh, the Wolves one we're going to show. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Philip Brady saying Harry Kane moves to the NFL, wins his first trophy when his team wins the Super Bowl at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
And you know what? None of us would blame him.
There is a possibility, isn't there?
He would play for Tottenham Hotspur's NFL team as the kicker, and we would win the Super Bowl.
Because he's got the training in place all the time. When it comes to free kicks, he's superb at hitting it miles up in the air and way over.
He's brilliant at that. He's perfect.
There we go. Anyway, right. I'm going to put the game on now. Let's get things started. I hope.
Is it going to do it?
Seems to be locking up at the moment.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a bit of a shame. What's going on there? In fact, everything's locking up at the moment. All right, I'm going to be right back because this is completely locked for me. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
All right, okay, I'll be right back. Sorry, Ben.
Yep. So we'll read this comment from Atafakron. Wembley won whilst Coover is sorting his stuff out. Jacksonville Jaguars would be the team to move to London on our stadium. But one fly in the ointment is the Jaguars are owned by the Fulham owner and he doesn't want his team playing at our stadium. I think they'll have two NFL teams. The NFL want two teams in London, ideally. So I think Fulham will be pushed out because Jacksonville Jaguars fans are not known for being quiet on their football team. So if they started playing multiple games, not in... I've seen two of you, Coover.
Yeah, I'm doing well this morning.
I can see two of you. Am I drunk? So yeah, I think Tottenham will be the team to have an NFL team in the NFL before Fulham. I think Fulham could possibly play NFL games at their new stadium, but it's too small for NFL games, Craven Cottage. Because again, it's the same size of football pitch, but it's not. So you couldn't do it. So Tottenham is the only stadium that would do it, and I don't see Shahid Khan, or however, I don't know how you pronounce his name properly. I don't see the Khan family selling their NFL team to Tottenham. So I think there will be another team. And I'll make a new franchise.
The North London Gooners.
Ellie is saying, a very good morning, lads. The opening makes me cry. Great memories, magical goals. Our gold cup will sit proudly on top of the shelf side. Those were the days when we used to win trophies. I mean, it's a shame, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Enemy agent, morning, Celery. Ellie is saying that Tech Hitch must be Levy putting a spanner in the works.
It is.
Goddamn Daniel Levy.
I'll tell you, I'm not joking. Since I've started saying Levy out a lot on air, my computer's slowed down, my phone's slowed down. I'm highly suspicious of things. It's, speak out against a billionaire, what do you get?
Problems.
Yeah.
So,
but
come on,
right,
Coover.
let's try this again. There we go.
There we go.
Right. Tottenham against Wolves, 1982. West Stand just been opened. And shortly before things like the Falklands War happening, and we're high on having won the FA Cup the previous season. We're up to mark our return back to the top flight after relegation a few years prior to that. And we've got a hell of a team at this point. In fact, first of all, I'll say big up to Duck Jive One again for use of his footage. He's gone to personal expense and great amount of time involved uploading lots of Spurs footage and England games from 60s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s.
Yeah.
If you want to go and check out his more of his games and along with the original soundtrack, please go and have a look at his channel, Duck Jive One on YouTube.
Where's the banner? There we go.
Right, yep. I'll put the team up at the bottom as well shortly. There we go. Proper referee there, looking a little bit like Leonard Rossiter.
Yep. So Atavachron is saying not 2 NFL teams in London, but possibly another one in Europe, most likely Germany, where American football has always been popular. Remember that NFL Europe World League is a few years. I think it will be both. I think there'll be 2 teams in London, and there'll be some teams in Europe as well. The NFL are desperate to get more viewers, and the way to get more viewers is to expand it to more countries.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But again, I stand by my point. The Khan family won't let Tottenham be the home of their stadium, especially when they have a stadium in London already. So they would either have to buy another stadium, or there would have to be another franchise, which I think there's going to be another franchise.
Looking that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is.
Dog. I had a dream Spurs win 3-0 against Wolves. My bet will be on. Okay, we're going by dreams. Let's go.
I'll settle for that all day long.
That's Andy Rouse, head of FIFA at the time, cutting the tape.
It is indeed.
And Ian is saying that was the same sluggish defence we took apart at Highbury in the semi-final year before. Cool.
True. And that's it. We're up to date in the comments, aren't we? What's your feelings then, Ben? Wolves coming up. What sort of scoreline are we looking at? What sort of tactics are we going to use, do you think?
I think we will win 2-0. Because Wolves, again, don't score goals. But it's going to be very difficult to break them down. We just need to not be stupid, which is what we seem to do every week. But if we play a proper midfield, which is going to be Bentancur and someone that isn't an idiot that's losing the ball every 2 minutes, Harry Winks, I think we can control the game and put them on the back foot. It's just whether we can break down 2 banks of, because they play 3-5-2 still, I believe, under Bruno Larquet, don't they? It's still 3-5-2?
I believe so, yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to have to break down an 8-man defence. So we're just going to have to try and toil away.
Be patient, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to see that quite often against when Pochettino's side, teams would expect us to have loads of possession and come at them the whole game. So they'd sit back with 2 banks of 4, for example. And we sometimes find that really hard to break down.
It's always been a thing, though. It happened under Glenn Hoddle teams. It happened under Harry Redknapp teams, Martin Yole teams. Everyone's always done it to us. We've never had a player, except for Glenn Hoddle himself, that can break a 10-man defence. We've never had
Bale as well. Bale with his last-minute winners when we were up against it sometimes. Yeah, we're kind of lacking that spark at times. It's a difficult one. But I think Wolves, it would be dangerous underestimating how difficult they are to beat at the moment. As I said, they've just got such a good defence to go with a very, very bad attack. So if anything, you'd look at their games 0-0, 1-0 either way. That's the type of things you're looking at most games. We'll see. It'll be a good win anyway. We need it. We absolutely need it. If we fail to take 3 points,
yeah.
Excuse me.
It's a bad setup for the Manchester City game next Sunday.
Yeah. If we don't win and we're going away to Man City and we're already lagging behind, we're gonna be throwing things away very quickly. Difficult little run coming up, and if anything, you could say that perhaps Southampton were one of the potential banana skins all along. So if you look at it that way, perhaps we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Just got to perform in the rest of these games. Taking a point away at Man City would now become something very, very nice.
Yeah.
We have been their bogey team over the years, but at their place, you don't really fancy it, do you? Not for honest. Yeah. Come match day, though, I'm going to say that's a 5-0 to us, easy win. Because that's just the thing to do now. Right, where are we on comments? I mean, I've sort of lost it a bit.
There we go.
I'll go. Atavachron Wembley saying Mark Falco, Bilko, was one of the under-the-radar legends. Scored some big goals for us. remember him knocking Bayern Munich out of the European competition and that insane volley in the 5-0 win over the Arse. Yeah, he was a good player for us. Bloody big unit as well, wasn't he? Definitely added something to the team. Sometimes you need that amongst all the really skillful players. You just need somebody who's got that physical, sort of dominant aerial ability and strength on the ball. And he did score goals for us. He quite a few. I remember he was always a sort of 20 goals a season player. Yeah, good player. Underrated, I agree. Eddie saying, love Moondog stream. Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ian saying, geez, that is never a penalty. Yeah.
It was because it was given.
Dodgy decisions. I much preferred this to VAR, though.
Yeah.
I actually like the fact you could blame the referee and call the linesman the.
You still blame the referee though, because they're still getting them wrong.
That's a bit of a belter there, isn't it?
There it is.
That's the goalkeeper's getting. It's Ricky. I should have expected that.
Great moustache though.
Absolutely.
Wolves won't need to score, Ben. We will give him a couple of goals. Yeah, seems that way, doesn't it?
There was kind of this swagger about Ricky Villa I really liked as well. He looked like he was sort of a bit dejected until he gets the ball, and then he quickly perks up and something explosive happens. It was great fun to watch. Ellie saying, get in, Hoddle, Hoddle, Hoddle. Bourne is the king of White Hart Lane. Oh, I see. Yeah, it should be a little bit more musical than I did it. Yeah. Philip Brady said, if we lose Sunday, then go to City. That's 4 losses on the bounce.
Yeah, we can't lose. It's now. Yeah.
That's looking the sort of territory then where we might be saying goodbye to top 4. If we just keep throwing away stuff we shouldn't. Anyway, Ian saying Southampton were brilliant on Wednesday. Yeah, they were. Combination of them being brilliant and us being poor. If we're going to give them that much time and space on the ball, then someone like Ward-Prowse is going to look world class every day.
Yeah, I think Ward-Prowse is world class for what he does.
Yeah, he's up there. He's definitely one of the top performers in the Premier, and we're one of the top leagues in the world. So, yeah, why not? It's a fair shout. I'd love to have him in our side anyway.
Yeah, I would have him. Every game we play is a potential banana skin. Seriously, yeah, it is.
Yep.
Remember the days when we had central striking options so long ago? Yep. Now just one.
Options. Oh yeah. I'll even take Llorente back at this point. Just we've got somebody else can go
there. Bring back Clint Dempsey.
Yeah.
Like Ricky Villa's goal in the semi-final. Little backlift and bam. Yep.
Yeah.
It's all caught up in the comments again. This is efficiency.
It is. People busy watching the game. There's goals flying in. That's what we want. 90 minutes of this sort of regularity of goals.
Yeah. '80s shorts as well. We like that. Bring back the '80s shorts. They're just hilarious. He's celebrating a goal, and yet they're losing 3-1.
Oh, was that Andy Gray there? I think it was.
That was a good free kick from Wolves. Can't say that.
Did Andy Gray play for Wolves back then? I can't remember. Didn't half look like him anyway.
Garth Crooks giving one of his witty anecdotes, probably. Oh, no, it's 2-1. 2-1.
Oh, they don't realise what a battering they're getting yet.
Mm. Oh. So, Catman Jess. Big up Catman Jess. We love Catman Jess here. Big up Kuva, Ben, and the Tottenham Tantrums Old Army. First time up for this show in a while. Missed you guys. Thank you for coming as always, Catman Jess. I always love to see you here.
Missed you too. We recognise it when people don't turn up. We haven't seen Truth Sets Free for a while, have we?
No, we haven't. It's too early for him. Yes, Andy Gray played in a semi-final versus us. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Put it ready. Yep, that is Andy Gray. What a hit song. I think he's known more for being a commentator than a footballer now.
He's known for other things after that commentary, though, isn't he? Little bit
Yeah, a little bit
misogynistic,
of
perhaps.
controversy.
Yeah. I think kind of goes with the era as well, though.
I don't even think it was him. Though. It was
Incorrect,
Richard
all right.
Keys that was made. It was Richard Keys doing the comments. So he got done for what Richard Keys said, not because of what he said.
Yeah, well, you could tell they're both doing
Yeah.
that all the time.
Yeah, they're both doing it. Have to be.
What did they do?
All those comments they did off air, women and all that nonsense.
Oh,
Women and all that nonsense. That doesn't sound too good either.
Oh, all the nonsense they were talking about. They were just spouting rubbish the entire
They
time.
were.
They were utter lunatics, and now it doesn't help that they both go into beIN Sports, who are what's it called? Had to remove all. Oh no, beIN Sports had to with the PIF in terms of the. Was it the Premier League pirating? Wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's not as bad as perhaps Ron Atkinson with the open racism on air.
Oh God!
It's just what an idiot. The fact that he didn't realise how bad what he was saying is just said everything, really.
I mean, it's crazy that people even need to be taught these things in terms of racism and sexism. I mean, they're grown men; they should know what to say when there's a camp. It's ridiculous. It's a media trained individuals, and they don't even know how to behave.
Trouble is, as well, back in those days, you'd have politically incorrect television all the time. I mean, the likes of Alf Garnett spouting, open racism on air against his neighbour and things like that. Although it's obviously a Mickey take out of being a racist, but you can't play things like that nowadays. Some
Especially
people are too stupid to realise.
When you're mostly a lot of the time surrounded by lots of women, they think they'd show some sort of moral compass towards their female co-stars who are utterly brilliant.
Absolutely.
I'm happy to have replaced them with the likes of Alex. Alex Scott's brilliant. Like on Laura Woods, I enjoy listening to Laura Woods on TalkSport a lot of the time. And some great female commentators coming through.
Until she went to West Ham, I didn't mind listening to Karen Brady either, actually.
I mean, they don't like her either, so...
She was entertaining.
Yeah.
I didn't want to miss what she was saying, that's for sure.
Wembley 1. Spurs podcast recently spoke about the season we spent in Division 2. Even though we had 5 central striking options, now we have 1. Thanks, Daniel. Yep. John Fitzpatrick. Big up, big up, big up. Big up, John Fitzpatrick. Catman Jesserson. I just noticed the thumbnail. That is part of why this channel has gold in its name. That is comedy gold. It's brilliant, the thumbnail. I can't say I had any input in it. It's
I used to do these as part of the Facebook channel as admin on years back, regularly for match days. This sort of silly little things like that. People always seem to like it, so I'll give it another go now. Sometimes people complain about it, but it can't please everybody.
Hilarious. Ribsy saying, "Hey lads, hello Ribsy."
Morning, mate. Good of you to join us.
Philip Brady, UK Gold shows 40 Towers with the controversial words beeped out. I mean, it's just like you've got to talk about it in context. It's a show made in the 80s.
Another Ricky goal.
Yay! I do love my 40 Towers though. I need to start watching 40 Towers again.
For me, it's the finest comedy series ever written.
Yeah, which is why it's great. They only made it 2 seasons.
Yeah, absolutely. Quality, not quantity.
Yep.
It's what our transfer policy should be.
Yep. Well, it's what they're trying to make it now, but it's not working. Now we've just got no one.
Now we actually need quantity because we've got to replace so many.
Catman Justice saying, Ricky Villa, yay! And Cartman is saying, has our defence been found out yet? No, it has not.
Well, Romero's there.
Romero's there, but we need to start doing posters.
He's cutting a lonely figure, isn't he?
And for the person that's supposed to be a defender that isn't even a football player, Mr. Emerson.
Oh God.
I don't think they want to find him.
No, I'm beginning to think it's unfair to give him when they do player ratings, or we're doing it on David's channel last night. It feels a bit unfair actually giving him a numerical value now.
Yeah.
I mean, tried this one before, perhaps doing a rating system based on smells. I still don't want to talk about him though. Ian saying MIA on Wednesday certainly was. And what a headed goal by Garth certainly was. Powerful player he was. Often forgot how powerful he is. Nowadays, it's an unusual thing to see players really beefed up nowadays. But I suppose back then even less, because he wouldn't have the intense training that you get nowadays.
No, but also you needed to be trim, because the pitches you needed to be quicker, because you had to get around defenders who would take you out.
Yeah, true.
But they didn't have that what's it called, the food scientists. They didn't have sports scientists behind them, so they did what they needed
and go out and have a few pints after the game.
Yeah, Garth Crooks is. Garth Crooks is brilliant. Garth Crooks, I love watching Garth Crooks on Match of the Day. He says some great things. He's hilarious, that bloke.
He's kind of got that, the same as like the athlete Chris Akabusi. He's got that enthusiasm. It's just infectious.
It's about everything.
There we go. Mark Falco was that?
Yeah. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Falco.
As mentioned earlier, he did score quite a lot of goals for us. He was never the most skillful of players, but he knew his role and he did it well.
Did Garth Crooks go to the lane the finale? I can't remember.
Did Garth Crooks go
to the lane the finale, the last match of White Hart Lane? He was there, wasn't he?
He
was there, wasn't he?
Good question. I don't remember him being there. Should have been. Should have been.
He's a brilliant player. Great.
I think he would have been if he'd had any opportunity to. Yeah, definitely.
The goalie going to have a sore neck. Yep.
Certainly will.
Archibald gone to Barcelona by this game. I think so. Yeah. I think so. Right?
No, he's still there. I believe. I think Archie. Well, let's think. He may have, I suppose, because Archibald replaced Maradona at Barcelona, didn't he? So
more that. Good on Steve Archibald.
Well, he was a damn good player, Archibald.
Yeah,
he did well for Barcelona as well.
He did, yeah.
He might have gone by that point.
Yeah,
I think our formation should be 1-4-5 next. It practically was this last game.
Ian saying were amazing together. Apparently, they didn't like each other at all. I mean, yeah,
that's happened more than once in the past. People forming great partnerships when they don't like each other. I'm trying to think of one in particular.
Andy Cole and Dwight York.
Dwight York, yeah, that is true. Yeah, it can work. Right, I suppose, especially when it's strikers. Let's get rid of this.
Yeah, Jimmy Hill.
He's gone. Anyway, we're keeping it fairly short and sweet this morning, so we thought just a small highlights game there. So that was Spurs beating Wolverhampton Wanderers 6-1 from back in 1982.
So we're going to go through the rest of the comments. So morning, Right Hart Lane. You changed your name back. Let's go.
Why not? Keeping things fresh. Changing the formation after the last result. That's what you're doing.
Yes, Garth Crooks was there for the final game, according to Catman Jess. I thought he was there.
Yeah, I'll just
Garthy Crooks.
I think it's because I got a bit mixed up watching some of the testimonial games on the channel the other day, watching some of the legends come out then, and I kept thinking, were they at this game or were they at that game? There we go. Definite legend, though he should have been there, so I'm glad he was.
Archibald was at Spurs until 1984.
Yeah, that makes more sense to me.
Crooksy was at the finale, and Falco and Archibald. It was nice to see Falco chatting with Harry Kane as everyone walked around the pitch one last time. Yeah. Oh, Is it going to show? I was old enough. I wish I was older enough to see these clips. Yep, same here, buddy. I was never there. Yep, I didn't like it, but like people would call me by my name. Yeah,
and Catman saying, whoops.
Oh no, we're too quick.
What happened? Oh, yeah, just us fighting over the same comment. Yeah, doing this with Dermot all the time.
Yeah.
Catman just said, any memories of Wolves' highest goal scorer, Steve Bullcove? Yeah, I've never seen him play or was young that I can remember. Yeah, Steve Bull and Andy Much were their front two for many seasons. They've had a beautiful understanding between them. But Steve Bull's one of these players I really admire. He scored bucket load of goals right the way through all 4 divisions coming up to the top league, and going to the England team, scored goals for England as well. He just had everything. He was like a proper old-fashioned England centre forward. Really underrated, but he certainly made his mark on Wolves, and he's always going to be a legend there for sure. Andy Much's partner was also a really good player. He was definitely underrated because he wasn't as prolific, but he was a great foil, like kind of like Peter Beardsley was for Gary Lineker. Lineker would get all the goals, but Beardsley was doing a lot of the creative play alongside him. I'm trying to think of the name of their winger at the time as well. He also created a lot of the chances for Steve Bull, and I've forgotten his name now. It'll come back to me. Never mind. Great player though, Steve Bull. Always like it. I mean, I'm a big fan of the traditional English centre forward anyway.
Yeah.
Alan Shearer was fantastic.
I need to bring them back. I miss the proper traditional English centre forward.
Shellside Spurs saying, I remember Steve Bull playing and scoring against Scotland for England. Yeah, absolutely. He just got goals everywhere.
Yeah.
Out Akron, Steve Bull, now there was a unit. Won a few England caps, though he did. Yeah. And Ry Hart Lane saying, I didn't follow Spurs until 05-06. Well, I feel sorry for you, mate. You've chosen the wrong team if you want to watch any trophies coming in, mate. But good to have you aboard, though. Anyway, I suppose if we finally get our arse into gear and start doing the right things, the trophies are going to seem very sweet indeed. But we've got Mr. Levy, haven't we? We'll see. Can Paratici and Conte do the impossible and make him change? That's the big question. We'll see in the summer. Chris Agomba, morning, mate. Time that we put Wolves back on the endangered list. Absolutely. I agree. It's going to be a tough game, but we're surely going to have enough to beat them.
Yeah.
For one, they don't offer a lot going forward, so that'll take some pressure.
Conte will kick them at the backside today.
Was the winger Tony Daly? No, I remember Tony Daly being at Aston Villa. I'm going to have to look up this Wolves player. I'm pretty sure. Did Sean Devine used to play for him? I can't remember that, mate. I'm sort of vaguely remembering that name, but it's not the one I'm at the back of my mind. Going to have to look it up.
Wolves. They've had some really classy players in their time.
They have.
I mean, I'm surprised Wolves are more iconic with their orange kit. You'd think, I mean, now a lot of teams that Hull have an orange kit now, and Blackpool. Wolves has always been a cool team, I think.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find this player at the moment. Perhaps I'll have to leave it for another time.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, that's kind of it. We've done our little match. No point talking about the Southampton game anymore. We've seen it. Catman Jess, Alan Birch. No, that's not the one I'm thinking of either. I'm going to have to look it up now. Waffle for a bit, Ben. Waffle.
So we like waffles. Sorted. I think officially the Wolves kit is gold. Even more reason why it's quite iconic. But in terms of, I mean, we absolutely should have enough to get past Wolves this Sunday. But it all depends whether the players have the attitude to pull the socks up, dust themselves up, and go again I mean, if it's like Tottenham of old, they will crumble, and we can't have Tottenham crumbling because we need to get through this period now. But luckily, the game was very close in advance, where we can get over the game. You want to play a game immediately after a terrible loss like that. You want to get going again. You can't linger on it. Right the wrongs.
Absolutely. I'm still not going to find this winger. I think I'll give up on it at the moment.
Yeah,
he'll come back to me as soon as we go off air. I'll probably remember his name, but
yeah, then just put it in the chat.
It's just one of those players you always seem to remember creating all the chances for the main man.
Everyone's just putting names in now, like Kenny Hibbett.
Kenny Hibbett, wasn't he at Watford as well?
Robbie Dennison.
Ooh, that's certainly one of the ones. He was there, wasn't he? I remember the name. Perhaps it was. Perhaps that is the one I'm thinking of. It could be. Anyway, not to worry. Well, I think we'll finish off for that, shall we, Ben?
Yeah,
no point going on with. We're just building up for the Wolves game now. A bit of a waiting game. See if anything else happens.
Bobby Biscuit, certainly a crumble.
He was half baked anyway.
Yeah.
Dave Wagstaff, no, not that one either. It might have been Robbie Dennison I'm thinking of. I do remember that name.
Yeah,
but not to worry. Not to worry. We'll puzzle on it and perhaps I'll remember in the start of the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, otherwise, thank you for joining us all. Short show today, not too much to talk about, so why waffle on? Had our little fix of football, bit of nostalgia, bit of a few Spurs goals to cheer. Good stuff. Let's do it later. Ben, this afternoon, coffee shop?
Yeah, we will be here at 3:30 this afternoon for the coffee show. I don't know what we're going to talk about today. It's going to be a shorter stream, winding down the week after yesterday's quite controversial thing where we talked about people not being able to have sugar in my coffee shop. It was rather controversial. But
didn't address the subject of people falling asleep while watching it. That got me again, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry. You need to have somewhere to fall asleep. Join us at 3:30.
Yeah, it's that time of day.
The sleepy
it's that time of day. I'll have my lunch. I've got a hot drink inside me, and I'm just nodding off. It's just perfect.
Everyone just falls asleep.
I really look forward to it. I genuinely say that.
And you just fall asleep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, we shall not see you tomorrow morning. We only do the morning show on the weekdays. We'll just pop up when we find something to talk about. We're going to do a Dermot's determined to do our Bill Nick special at some point this week.
I think it's Monday, isn't it?
Could well be Monday. We'll put the finishing touches on that, try and make it look a bit presentable, and shove a suit and tie on it, and flog the old horse out onto the centre stage again. Why not? Got to love a bit of Bill Nick. Got to love the nostalgia. I mean, we're winning things. That was our greatest manager, without doubt.
Yeah.
Anyway, until then, this has been Tottenham Tantrum Gold, and we'll see you later. And Levy out.